Has this ever happened to you? What's driving me to mindlessly eat so much ice cream? And what can I do about it? Hey Nourishable, Dr. Lara here. Eating is part of our everyday lives, so our days are peppered with making food decisions. Toast or cereal for breakfast? Raisin Bran or granola? How much cereal? While we may feel like we're in control of many of the food decisions that we make, there's a large body of evidence indicating that there are all sorts of unconscious factors that are influencing our food decisions, and they're driving us to eat mindlessly. Mindless eating is when our eating behavior, specifically what and how much we're eating, is influenced by unconscious factors. These unconscious factors can be internal, such as our hunger status, our emotions, or our taste preferences. I'm starving. I am so stressed out. I'm craving something sweet. Or these factors can be from our external environment, such as the food package size, or how many choices we have, or whether there are any distracting screens like TVs or cell phones. Most often, we think that we eat food because we're hungry, and that we stop eating once we're full. Physiologically speaking, this feeling of fullness is called satiety. We've evolved a complex regulatory system of hormones and neural feedback loops to internally signal satiety that, in theory, should stop us from eating more. But there's substantial research indicating how our environment is influencing us to overeat foods beyond what we need for satiety. The food environment can influence us in two main ways. First is by driving our consumption norms, or what we consider to be normal and appropriate to eat. The package sizing of a bag of chips and this 20-ounce soda suggest that this is how much we should eat. Or the variety of foods at a buffet indicate that we should try everything. Or the fact that everybody else at the table took 3 slices of pizza suggests that this is a normal serving. Second, the environment can interfere with our consumption monitoring, distracting us from listening to our internal cues of satiety. And distractions can come in many forms, from our dining partner, to driving a car, to the social media streams that we're following on our phone while eating. The environment can also provide external cues that we use in place of satiety to tell us when to stop eating, like when our plate is empty or when our television show is over. It's important to draw attention to mindless eating because frequently it's driving us towards unhealthy eating behaviors like overserving food and overeating without even knowing it. Distractions with screens are a really important contributor to mindless eating. Many studies investigating the impact of TV viewing while eating have demonstrated that TV viewing increases the total amount of food eaten. A larger amount of food was required in order to change fullness and hunger scores in study volunteers who were watching TV during their meal compared to those who weren't watching TV. And what this suggests is that distraction by TV viewing while eating makes us less sensitive to our internal cues of satiety. The packaging and presentation of food is also a major factor in mindless eating. When study volunteers were given a large bag of popcorn to eat during a movie, they ate 45% more popcorn compared to those given a medium-sized bag. And when the study volunteers were told that they ate more popcorn, they didn't believe it. No way, not me. And they just chalked it up to being hungry. Another study showed that people took a 53% larger serving of snack mix when it was presented in a large 4-liter bowl compared to a smaller 2-liter bowl. Moral of the story, package size matters. Frequently, we use environmental cues in place of our internal feelings of satiety in order to tell us when to stop eating. A very clever study compared how much soup people ate, either from a regular bowl or from a super sneaky bottomless bowl that continuously refilled from the bottom. Even though both groups estimated that they ate the same amount of soup and that they felt equivalently full after their meal, the people who had the bottomless bowl ate 73% more soup. And this shows how we use the external input of how much food is left in our dish in order to gauge how much to eat and how full we feel. It would take way too much willpower and really be quite impossible in order to eliminate all the environmental factors that can drive us to mindlessly eat. And the consensus of research shows that even if people are aware of these environmental factors, they still tend to disbelieve that they actually have any impact on their eating. The fortunate thing is that we can modify our environments in order to mindlessly eat better. And here's a whole bunch of evidence-based tips that you can apply in your life. We tend to eat what we see, so keep kitchen counters clear of all foods except for healthy ones. In an observational study of home kitchens across upstate New York, researchers found that people who had a box of cereal on their counter on average weighed 20 pounds more, those with a bag of cookies 8 pounds more, those with a bottle of soda 26 pounds more, whereas those who had a fruit bowl weighed on average 13 pounds less. While this study doesn't allow us to draw causation, it does suggest that there could be a relationship between seeing unhealthy foods and body weight. A study of college secretaries showed that they ate twice as many candies if the candy bowl was on their desk compared to a desk 6 feet away, and that they ate only a third as many candies if the bowl was hidden inside their drawer. The take-home message here is try to design your space so that healthy foods are visible and convenient while unhealthy foods are hidden away. Place a bowl of beautiful washed fruit on the kitchen table, or pre-cut raw veggies in transparent containers in the fridge for visible healthy snacks. Keep those unhealthy foods hidden in pantries or covered with foil in the fridge. So here's a tough one for me. Avoid eating in front of screens such as TVs, laptops, or cell phones. Distractions will frequently keep us eating longer, which turns into eating more. Try rearranging your dining table so that screens aren't visible, and aim to eat your lunch away from your desk at work. Sometimes this may require a bit of a culture shift. Avoid eating directly from a package. Try to break down large packages into single serving sizes as soon as you get home from the grocery store. This is especially relevant for those giant packages that we get from bulk stores, since we tend to take a bigger serving if it comes from a larger bag. Choose smaller bowls to portion your snacks and desserts into. One study showed that even nutrition researchers will fill a larger bowl with 31% more ice cream compared to a smaller bowl. This effect was enhanced if they used a larger scoop versus a smaller spoon for serving. We can apply this research in our everyday lives by discouraging overconsumption of unhealthy foods while encouraging increased consumption of healthy foods. Try using small bowls and small serving utensils for low nutrient density snacks, while using large bowls and large serving spoons for foods like fruits and vegetables. I've transitioned from scooping my favorite Ben & Jerry's flavors into small bowls instead of eating it straight from the pint. I'm working on applying many of these tips into my lifestyle so that my family can mindlessly eat better. Which of these tips resonate with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to Nourishable. If you like what you're learning, please share and subscribe.